Now, insurance agents say your comprehensive car insurance will cover this: broken glass, pried open doors, or even damage to your vehicle. But what it won't cover is stolen items from inside the vehicle, like your wallet or your cell phone. The helicopter has helped flush out about 25 of these illegals. If you look over right here, they're loading them up into this bus. Bulldozers have actually been removing all of the fuel around the 350-acre hotspot. Little did they know, they had some unwanted guests living underneath their sheets. Now, for the past month, Ray and his wife have been forced to shower here at the park's public bathroom. 5 on Your Side took a little trip down to High School Sports Magazine to speak with owner Dave Amador.
We're having a bad day. We're waiting for the printers.
Sounds like you're having a bad 3 months.
No,
what it is.
no.
Show you something over here. Now, there's a group of people just over here playing cards and drinking. So far, they've been pretty peaceful, but neighbors over here say that this group can go late into the night.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Eddie Flores. Left behind with nowhere to go. A stash house victim tells Channel 5 News how he managed to hide from Border Patrol agents during a raid. 29 people were detained on Saturday. Our John Bartell found the man hiding in an unusual spot, and he joins us live from Edinburgh. John.
Yeah, hey Eddie, we actually kind of came across this story by accident. We were getting some basic video outside when the owner of this rental home here showed up. She said, "You guys can go inside and take a look." Well, that is photographer Alec Garza saw the man out of the corner of his eye, and this is where he was hiding, underneath the sink here, where he told us that he curled up inside of a ball, got all the way to the corner here, and put some debris in there to hide himself. Now, the man tells me his name is Sergio. He is from Honduras. It took him 20 days to get here on top of a train. Now, when he got to the Rio Grande River, he also tells me that there was a coyote who got him over here and took him and 29 other people to this house. Now, that was about 4 days ago. Yesterday, that's when Border Patrol came in here and detained 29 of those people. Take a listen to what he had to say, what's going to happen next. Yeah, now I want to quickly show you here what the living conditions are like in these stash houses. If you just take a look on the floor here, this is what it's like all over the house. There's just clothing strewn about. This is we've also seen a lot of bedding, and this is some of the worst right here. There's a lot of food all over the floor. Sergio tells me there's no tables in this house here, so a lot of times they're having to sit on the ground and eat off the ground. I just want to paint another picture here. There are only 2 bathrooms in this house. One of them is just down outside over here. The other one is upstairs, so you can imagine 30 people living in these conditions. It must have been horrendous. Now, we left Sergio with the owner of this house several hours ago. They told us that they were going to inform law enforcement. We also contacted Border Patrol. They say they're looking into it. So tonight, if you stay tuned at Channel 5 News at 10, we're going to go deeper into Sergio's past here, and also we're going to take a recent look at some of the stash house numbers. That's coming up tonight at 10. We're live out here in Edinburgh. John Bartell, Channel 5 News, this weekend. Now, obviously, there's a big environmental concern here. This is a sulfuric acid lid. Residents say that this drain here has sort of become known as the tunnel to freedom. All right, to give you a little bit better of an idea of just how dusty it is out here, this is what's accumulated on my arm in just 10 minutes here. Yeah, a trip to the dumpster led Lynn Mobley to a pretty startling discovery. Inside this dumpster and outside were these envelopes. Inside were past customers' personal information. Lynn Mobley did a little dumpster diving this morning.
I bought some stuff and I wanted to ship it home, and I was looking for a box to pack it in. So I just basically came upon it by accident.
Mobley spent the night at the Super 8 Motel in Westlaco. This morning, he found thousands of envelopes containing the motel's customer billing information.
I mean, anybody with sense would have shredded this information.
Mobley picked up what he could, put it in his motel room. We went for the rest. Now, as we sift through the dumpster here, we're finding piles and piles of these envelopes marked confidential. And inside these envelopes, we're finding a lot of personal information, including addresses and credit cards. And some of these credit cards are even current. Tell us about why do you have all these personal information out here?
It's not supposed to be out here. What do you mean it's out here?
Yeah, you've got piles and piles of this stuff out here. When we confronted the owner of the motel, he told us his employees must have thrown them out by mistake.
And I'll take full responsibility for it because it happened under my watch, and I apologize for it. I want to make this right and make sure such thing never happen again.
Mobley says he hopes the cleanup is thorough.
Well, it's closing the gate after the horse got out, but what can I say?
He believes this could have been a huge breach in security. Now, if you, your friends, or family stayed here at the Weslaco Super 8 and they're concerned that their security may be compromised, go ahead and give the hotel staff a call and they can check your records. Also, you may want to keep an eye on your bank account. John Bartell, Channel 5 News, Weslaco. First off, they increased the gauge on their fence, then they increased the height to 6 feet.
Okay, you're here harassing me.
No, I'm not harassing.
This is private property where you're at. You need to leave.
The owner was done with the conversation. So this is how the device works. Inside the passive sediment sampler is a lipid membrane. That lipid membrane is supposed to mimic that of fish flesh. Here's the problem. Back in May, TxDOT deemed this bridge unsafe. It led her here to this dentist's office. When she arrived, she found something else surprising. It was inside this garbage can. To avoid a ticket from McAllen, this is what you need to do. Well, right now the city is doing nothing. Plans for a new sewage lift station is in the works. Until it's constructed, the family behind the station will just have to keep cleaning the you-know-what off the bottom of their shoes.